Hey Internet, Sarge here. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into this show today. Now we are starting out 2023. It's time to take a look back at 2022 and see how I made out on the points totals. We'll also talk about bank account bonuses and referrals as well. So of course, if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead, get your calculators out, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, of course, a few things here. I'll set some context. First of all, I know some of you might say, hey man, this video is pretty late. We're like mid-January. Well, the problem is, not every credit card statement closes on, December 31st. So I like to wait till they all close, do the final totals, and then do it. So it ends up being mid-January, sometimes closer to February. Now, with that, I will also cover, I'll cover credit cards. Of course, I'll show you I made a table. I'll kind of show you briefly. We'll talk about that. I'll also cover my bank account bonuses briefly here. I'll do a more in-depth dive into bank account bonus totals on the other bank account bonus channel where I made much, much more money, as you'll see. So if that's not interesting enough to get you to go over, check it out. I don't know what is. It'll be linked down below for you. I'll also talk about referrals as well that, again, are primarily from the bank bonus channel. So all that will be down below for you. Now, context here, really quick. I'm a cash back person first and foremost. I've spent the last year or so dropping most of my travel cards, downgrading, canceling, what have you. So I don't really have that many annual fee cards either. So what you'll see is again going to be like a 1 cent per point valuation. I think overall I added about 6 new credit cards. I think 3 business, 3 personal this year as well. So we'll take a look at those, see how the sign-up bonuses played a part. So again, I'll show you the credit card chart. Then I'm going to spend the second half of this kind of telling you how my strategies and goals and roadmap are going to look like for at least the first half of 2023. Again, I generally use those what's in your wallet videos we do once per quarter to talk about minor updates throughout the year in case you are interested in that. So context set, let's take a look at the chart itself. Now I just pulled everything down, put it into a quick Excel chart to make things easy. So these are the 15 cards that I have right now. That I should say that I had last year because number 1 has already been canceled, the Amex Delta Platinum. I didn't use it at all last year. So not a big deal there. They gave me a retention offer. I couldn't really even figure out. I forgot how much it was. So we just put it to 0 because I know I didn't use it. So going in order, we have Chase first, 2, 3, 4. Heck, all the way down to 9 actually are Chase cards. So again, you jump over, you can see the points total where I plugged in the points there. And then I'm putting the value at all at 1 cent per point. And so the actual cash amount on each card is next to that. We take into account annual fees if we have them and the total earnings on the card. So overall, again, $4,491.65 in cash back, which isn't too bad, I don't think. I'll give some more context on that in a minute. But one of my new cards was the Chase Ink Premier, so you can, again, I'm helped out immensely by that $1,000 sign-up bonus. Of course, we are subtracting the annual fee, but what really helped there, I used that card to pay off my car through plastic, which of course you can't do anymore, but that was a fun one. I won't keep that card. I think it'll be canceled in February, downgraded to another cash card. Now, also, I should note that I do have some referrals here. So like the Chase Ink Unlimited, the Chase Ink Cash is like $60,000. I really didn't use that card much, but I think I ended up with $600 in referrals based off that card. So it's like 3 referrals. So if you were one of those people, I thank you very much for it. You can see how much you helped me out there because that's quite a bit of money. But the way they listed, they put it all in points. So that's kind of how I have it. Now the rest of these cards are, or just new pickups, right? So the custom cash, double cash, I've talked about these before. $200 bonuses. I didn't really get them for the bonuses. Like the Ink Premier I did get for the bonus because it was so big. I've always wanted a custom cash card. It's one of my favorite cards. The double cash I picked up because it had a bonus on it, and really, I've said it before, I want to flip it to another custom cash down the road. It's only been open for 4 months. It's a little too soon. But I figure why not since they're offering a bonus. Triple cash I got last year, but I don't think the bonus posted till early this year, so I pulled it over. Cash Plus, another card. I have a love-hate relationship with that. Another $200 bonus there. I've told the story before about the Wells Fargo Business Platinum. Again, it's nothing to write home about. I'll never use that card again. But since I drove all the way to Illinois to get a bank bonus, they were just giving out those cards basically. So I said, sure, why not? I'm here, might as well get $300. The Huntington Business Voice is probably my favorite business card that I've added. A $300 bonus. Of course, as soon as I got it a month later, they had a $500 bonus, but such is life, as you say. So overall, again, you got a $4,491.65 total. So context around that, because I think you could look at it like, man, you would think it'd be more given my profession is talking about these cards. funny enough, like, I should have kept track of how much money I spent on the cards. I probably should have done that. But, there's quite a bit of things I bought, but I had to pay cash for, which is shocking, I know. So, first of all, I get a haircut every single week, $25. I'm annoyed because it used to be 17, but inflation, I guess. I don't know. Cash only. He only takes cash, so be it. But other bigger things, right? Like, so if you go to the channel homepage, this one or Run on the Bank, you may notice that, like, hey, we have new and improved channel banners, what they call that, with the logo and everything, right? And I have a new picture, right? So, the guy who made that for me made both of them, only takes cash, or doesn't take credit card, check, whatever, but cash basically. $1,000 for each one of those. Getting that professional headshot was like $150. There are things I wanted to do to make the channel look good in case you actually land on there. So when you break it down like that, I'm not going to go through every single thing I bought. But that's why some of these totals end up a little bit lower than you would expect, because I do end up paying cash. Same when you have people come over to, either one of, the houses I have, do the rental properties as well. Most of the times those guys are going to charge you 3-4% for using a credit card. So I'll always ask, like, well, hey, they'll tell you what they'll quote you. I'm saying, is that the same price? Is it the cash price? And, sometimes they'll play ball, and it can be a minor discount. It can be like $100 thing. They say, well, it's $100, but cash is, I don't know, maybe $75, $85. Well, I'm going to take that option every single time. Now, it doesn't happen often, but if you account for a lot of these things over the course of the year, then, there's a decent amount of spend I have that's just not on credit cards, unfortunately, but, I'm not willing to pay the 3-4% just to get points. At that point, you're really at diminishing return. So that is my credit cards total overall. You can let me know down below what your total was and what you think of mine. Now, I will touch on bank accounts here. Again, I'm not going to go super in-depth because that video will be for the other channel, where it belongs. But bank accounts, I did much, much, much better, actually. So bank accounts, I opened 50 accounts total. Last year, I opened 69, so down a little bit, but I was able to clock in, if everyone paid me today, I should say, $12,246. So when everyone pays me today, I track these based on if I signed up in the year, I count it toward the yearly total, whether it paid or not. For accounting purposes, I realize that's probably not the best way to do it, but it just makes things simpler, and honestly, it's not that serious, right? Now, just remember on your taxes to do it the correct way, but yeah, that's how I do it. So significantly more on bank accounts, and I like the bank account game much better because you don't have to spend money to do. The spend is negligible at best, a few debit card swipes, things like that. And it's much easier. Now, I'll also preface it by saying, we saw some crazy high offers that I've never seen before, like that Wells Fargo $1,500 offer for just $5,000 deposit. We've seen some very high ones at the end of the year of Capital One, $100,000 for $1,000. And I'll also say this, if you're watching for a long time consistently, at one point I was going to buy a third house, but then I got priced out of the market, and the interest went crazy. So I have quite a bit of money sitting there that was allocated for another asset class altogether that I've just been holding on to, and that's really helped me go after these bonuses a lot. In addition to that, I get multiple direct deposits from work and then from YouTube as well. So technically 3 direct deposits that I can break up. 2 of them I can break up. You can't break up YouTube. And most of the bank accounts are dependent on direct deposits. So that's why that's so high, but again, more detail over there. Now, in addition to that, I am known to make a referral video or 2 on the second channel. I really don't plug links too much here or do too much sponsored videos, but over there, so I have a tab for referrals. You can see it. $8,365 off of referrals, and of course that's all thanks to you guys. I know there is some overlap between channels, so if it is you, I appreciate you for it in all sincerity, because those videos they make like almost nothing, because those videos are very short. 5 minutes, 6 minutes. This video, looking at the time, we're already at like 9 minutes before any editing's done, right? Over there, it's just quick and to the point, so those videos make far less money, and so the referrals really help. And I only plug the referral link if it's I get something and you get something, so I do think it's beneficial for everyone, hopefully. So, that's huge, though. So, appreciate you on that. So, overall, those are my totals. Now, let's talk about the future. So I'm going to make videos on each one of these strategies, but my overall point is just to get more aggressive, which could be funny depending on how you look at this now. There's strategies out there that I just haven't employed that I know I need to, right? So for number one, I'm taking your house and using your house to generate credit card spend. Especially for one of my houses is a legit, it was always, the loan was done as an investment property. which means you put 20% down automatically. If you put 20% down, then you don't have to have your house in escrow where the bank collects your homeowner's insurance and your property tax every single month and makes the payment for you. All I need to do is call and pull it out of escrow, then I'll be responsible for making those payments. But homeowner's insurance you can make with a credit card. Property taxes, there's usually a 3% charge, but that's when people either, one, go after new sign-up bonuses, or use your ink cash to buy Visa reloads at office supply stores when they waive the fee and you take the 2% spread. Again, I'll do a whole video on it where I break down the math, but things like that I need to start doing that are easy wins that just make me more aggressive in the game. Number two, I mentioned it in the Q&A video, but joining Bank of America Preferred Rewards, because I have an older 401k that I can move over there or put me at Platinum Honors. It gives me another 5% card and the best catch-all card, like 2.62%. Again, that'll be a full video because I'm going to stack some bonuses as well. And that kind of leads us into the third one, which is really just, two more. Continuing to build out the best cashback setup I can, where you're using mostly 4 and 5% cards. I try not to spend a lot of money, which is the goal, obviously, of most people. You don't want to spend a ton of money. We've already covered that some of my expenses are only in cash, so building out the highest multipliers you can get are really good, having a ton of category cards. And I think I'm getting really close to having the best setup I can in cash back for easy redemptions. The other one is when I open up a lot of these bank accounts, especially business accounts, more often than not, like Wells Fargo, they'll just offer you a business card as a throwaway, like, here, do you want it? No hard pull, anything like that. I think I need to do a better job of when I'm opening business accounts and they offer a credit card, even if it's a lower bonus, like $200-300, I might as well get it, because again, if you're not spending a ton of money, then you might as well go for the bonuses, and those $200-300 bonuses add up, and it's still going to be better than whatever catch-all card you have, which could potentially be the unlimited cash card from Bank of America, 2.62, and I say business cards because I'm not trying to avoid Chase 524. I also don't see a reason to just bury yourself further down into 524 purgatory for a bunch of $100-200 bonuses for cards you're never going to use again. But the business side, it could make more sense. Additionally to that, I keep saying last one. This is the last one. Churning. Historically, I haven't really been a big credit card churner of sorts because the majority of my cards have been keeper cards from like day one. Freedom cards, for example. But with this Wells Fargo business card, I've swiped that one time to hit the $3,000 in spend. I'm never going to use that card again. I'm probably never going to use the triple cash card again. I'm never going to use the Ink Premier card again. Well, that one's getting canceled because it has an annual fee. But for those two, right, it makes more sense to close those after 1 year so you can potentially churn them down the road. Again, I don't know. U.S. Bank, I don't even think they publish rules like that. Wells Fargo, I don't know if those out of my head either. Their bonus structure takes a while, but you get the point. It's going to give you more optionality as you go farther in the game, because if you keep getting every business card, eventually it will get tougher to get other cards. So for me, incorporating a churning strategy for those cards I'm never going to use again might be another play as well. So again, I'll have videos on all of those things throughout the year as I get closer to doing them to go in more details. This is more so a roadmap and what you can expect from me going forward, at least what I'm going to try to do. And I do encourage you to do this as well, because road mapping out your strategy is key. And then I'll close on this. A lot of times we end up feeling like we're pretty good at earning points and doing this, but there's always more we could be doing. We could be more aggressive. We could get even more. It's all about, it's like the New England Patriots, right? How they would describe it. You go right up into the line. You don't try to cross, but right up into the line, right? That's what I'm trying to do. Just maximize the earnings, because I do think this shows that there's a sizable amount of money to be had here from this game. Of course, not everyone has a referral network. Sure, not everyone has that much money to dedicate to bank bonuses, but again, if you play all together, I think you can earn a ton here. That's why I think the next year the goal is definitely going to be $25,000 all in from points, bonuses, and referrals, and I think that's doable. I should probably even put it at 30 if we're being honest, but I think 25 is a reasonable goal, seeing what we're based off of here. So, of course, that's all my points, earnings, and my future strategy. We've gone really long on this one, but, of course, let me know what you think about it. Of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel, because we're posting content just like this every week and right back every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. Question for you guys is, let me know how you did. What are your totals looking like? What are your future strategies? Do you think I need to be more aggressive, less aggressive? What are you doing on your roadmap? I'd love to get your thoughts and see how we can help each other out in 2023. Of course, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.